Harvard versus Trump administration, legal battle over $3 billion research funding. In a dramatic showdown that could reshape the landscape of academic research funding, Harvard University found itself at odds with the Trump administration in a pivotal court hearing in Boston. The crux of the dispute? A staggering $2.2 billion in research grants that the government proposed to slash. Harvard's legal team, led by attorney Stephen Lahotsky, passionately defended the university's stance, asserting that these cuts were not only baseless, but a direct violation of their constitutional rights. But here's where it gets controversial. The argument hinges on the interpretation of constitutional protections in the context of federal funding. Can the government condition its funding on certain criteria without infringing on constitutional rights? This question is not just academic. It affects universities nationwide and could set a precedent that impacts how educational institutions and the government interact for decades to come. And this is the part most people miss. The implications extend beyond the ivory towers of Harvard. If the court sides with the university, it could lead to a reevaluation of how the federal government uses financial leverage over educational institutions. Conversely, a decision in favor of the Trump administration might embolden further cuts across other universities, potentially altering the landscape of American research and innovation. What do you think? Does the government have the right to impose such stringent conditions on its funding? Or is Harvard correct in its assertion that this threatens their constitutional rights? Could this case mark a turning point for how academic freedom and government oversight coexist? Share your thoughts and join the discussion below. Harvard President Alan Garber faces Trump's anti-Semitism crisis. A quiet leader in education. Imagine being at the forefront of a historic battle between one of the world's most prestigious universities and the President of the United States. This is the reality for Alan Garber, the quiet and unassuming president of Harvard University, who has found himself at the helm of a maelstrom. On a sunny Friday last year, Garber was unexpectedly doused with yellowish dust, later revealed to be glitter thrown by an animal rights activist, while addressing thousands of Harvard alumni. Despite the shocking incident, Garber remained composed and reiterated his commitment to free speech, setting the tone for his leadership. As the nation's oldest private university, Harvard is facing an unprecedented crisis, with President Donald Trump launching a series of attacks on colleges and universities, accusing them of anti-Semitism and seeking to impose profound changes on higher education. The Trump administration has specifically targeted Harvard, freezing billions of dollars in federal research funding, launching multiple investigations, and attempting to block international students and scholars from attending the university. Harvard is fighting back, challenging the administration's actions in court as unlawful intrusions on its autonomy. This bold move has sparked a heated debate, with some arguing that the university should negotiate with the government, while others believe that resistance is the only way to protect academic freedom. The decision by Columbia University to settle with the Trump administration has only added fuel to the fire, making the battle between Harvard and the White House a defining moment for higher education. As Garber navigates this treacherous landscape, he is drawing on his decades of experience as an economist, physician, and academic leader. His commitment to hearing competing views and making difficult decisions based on his convictions has earned him the respect of his peers. But the road ahead is fraught with challenges, and Garber will need all his reserves of equanimity to steer Harvard through this storm. As he weighs the choices ahead, his horizon extends far beyond the current administration, with a focus on protecting the university's long-term interests. With his unique blend of analytical thinking and consensus-building skills, Garber is well-equipped to lead Harvard through this tumultuous period. But here's where it gets controversial. Some critics argue that Garber has not gone far enough in addressing the issues raised by the Trump administration, while others believe that he has given too much ground. The debate is likely to continue, with some questioning whether Harvard's stance is a principled defense of academic freedom or a reckless gamble. And this is the part most people miss. The fact that Garber's decision to fight the government is not just about Harvard, but about the future of higher education as a whole. As the university's president, he is thinking about Harvard in 21-25, not just the next 2 years. He is considering the long-term implications of his actions. and how they will shape the institution for generations to come. The question on everyone's mind is what's next for Harvard and the Trump administration? Will the university's bold stance pay off, or will it lead to further retaliation? One thing is certain, the outcome of this battle will have far-reaching consequences for higher education, and the world will be watching. So, we ask you, do you think Harvard is right to resist the Trump administration's demands, or should it negotiate a settlement? Share your thoughts in the comments below.